the other comic book movies this year are going to follow suit with staying so close to the characters. Man, if y'all ever y'all need to watch this movie. That it's so hard for me to even begin to explain how great this movie was. Man. Spawning restricted. Here we go, guys. This is when it gets good. This strike is one of my least favorite. Oh, wrong way. I've done this thing like 100 times. So in the comment section, please tell me if y'all have seen this movie and tell me what y'all thought about it. Y'all, but I'm gonna honestly say that Logan was the best comic book movie I've seen, and anybody that has seen my other reviews knows how critical that I usually am when it comes to movies, especially ones of characters that I've enjoyed. And Wolverine has been, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine has been a big deal for most fans, seeing as he's one of the longest running ones, him and Patrick Stewart, and now this was their last movie. It was just insane. The grittiness, the fighting. I mean, dude, there was a lot. I mean, they had every right making this a rated R movie, because any other rating, would have been not enough, because I don't think they could have made this movie as well as they did without the rated R, without the R rating. And it blew my mind. The script, the dialogue, I mean, just some of the dialogue, especially towards the end, there's, like, it's hard for me to explain what was going on, but the little girl, I just can't even say that part right now. But the dialogue was great. There was plenty of story. Plenty of action. that it was nothing short of fantastic. And I know I'm repeating myself a lot. The ones that have enjoyed video games, I'm trying to give them a chance to enjoy a little video game action as we fight off some Cabal and Vex on Destiny. Here in a couple minutes, we're going to go into the spoiler section of this. So that's when I'll tell everyone that doesn't want to be spoiled or any spoilers that they can go ahead and make their way off the video and come back again and give us a view towards the end of this after you've seen the movie and can enjoy just some conversation about it. So, once we get to the top part here in just a second, we'll go into the spoiler section. And y'all can enjoy some of the story. Now, I don't know about y'all, but most of us know exactly what was going to happen in Logan if you stayed anywhere close to the comics, because, I mean, it was close. I'm not going to say they got everything completely perfect, because all movies have their own adaptation and everything, so there are some differences, but this was pretty close. And this dude just wants to sit here and enjoy some conversation about this too. And you're in the middle of a strike and you're just going to sit here. Anywho. So, the movie itself, there are several where Logan picks up an X-Men comic, and it was even in the trailers, so it's not really a spoiler. But he picks it up, and he's like, half this crap didn't even happen. It was, you know, made up by somebody, you know, all the mutants are gone. And the conversation that they had about this, you could tell that Logan himself was just all tore up about it, especially when they once again showed him looking at a picture of Jean in the comic that he had picked up, and you could tell it was eating him away. It was just tearing him up. And then he didn't want to do anything in the movie. Like, he just wanted to be left alone. His powers were fading. And they talked about all the time how he just wanted to die. And which made perfect sense of why they were using the song Hurt that Johnny Cash did before he passed away, because of the emotion that they were having in the movie. I mean, just for it being Hugh Jackman's last time as Wolverine, it made the movie that much more emotional anyway. And I don't know. Where are they coming from? So, I really do not like pulse rifles on here. Anyhow, I'm basically repeating myself over and over again. This is probably really boring for some people. But let's go ahead and get into the spoiler section of this. now, yeah, once we get to this door, we'll be going into the end. We're just waiting for this to cycle through. So, it starts off, you know, him taking care of a beaten up, tore down Professor X. And that's where a lot of the comedy come in. And my dog is going nuts right now for the first time ever. And that's where a lot of the comedy comes in. Just their back and forth rhetoric during that time was just hysterical. I mean, Professor X was losing his mind, which we all knew that was happening because you see it in the trailers how he looks beaten up and tore down. And I'll give it to Patrick because he did fantastic. And there's some other characters that. So at this point, they get into the story about this new mutant that is appearing, and Professor X was warning Logan about it and said that you need to go do this. And of course Logan didn't want to. He just wanted to be left alone, you know? And it does tell you what happens to the other mutants and why they're no longer around. And when they actually go into the story about why the mutants are no longer around, it's a little more emotional just for that part, because you can see both Professor X and Logan all tore up about why the other mutants are no longer around. And that alone tore me up, because I have some favorites from the X-Men team that I just enjoyed, so knowing why that they no longer exist and everything alone is enough for it to tear somebody up, that especially if you have favorites. So everyone knew that this was going to be Jackman's last movie as Logan, and it made a lot of fans unhappy, but honestly, he just left us with the best performance I think I've ever even seen Hugh Jackman perform, and it blew me away, every bit of it. But
nice work. I'll let the Vanguard know the flares
the girl was just,
If those silent flares
I don't even know how to explain it.
They are way more powerful than we realize.
The main thing that I'm trying to get
keep an eye
at
on where the Cabal
is
deploy those
that
things. Who knows what they might do?
every single person should give this movie a watch. I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but there is death of major characters, and my final say in this is this movie is extremely, and I mean extremely, award worthy, and it needs to happen. If it doesn't, then there is a huge injustice to Hugh Jackman and the rest of this cast. So that is my review of it over top of Destiny. I done one strike. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know it's probably not the best review that y'all have ever seen, but it's my first time actually giving a review over a game stream, and I was losing track and all that stuff throughout there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please give this video a like. Tell me in the comment sections how you felt about Logan. And until next time, guys, y'all have a lot of fun. Make sure you get your Nerdgasms on.